There's this team out in Nashville who used to be coached by this guy Jeff Fisher, who actually has been consistently pretty well liked and revered as a good head coach. And they wear two shades of blue because they ran out of color spectrum. I don't know. But where are they headed, these Tennessee Titans?
I think they're going to stay in Tennessee for the foreseeable future, but they're not headed to the playoffs this year. And, you know, Fisher was there for like 9 years. I think he had 1 or 2 winning seasons. He did have that year where they went to the Super Bowl and they lost to the Rams.
Yeah, what more do you want?
How about 6 winning seasons, or 7 or 8 or something? Well, apparently they wanted more than they got.
Well, I can't
from
be too
Fisher.
much better than the other guys because then I wouldn't have any time with my wife.
True, and that's probably the way Fisher looked at it. But the way the owners looked at it was, you're out
It
of here.
sounds right, doesn't it?
You're out of here.
It all came down to that.
It did.
Do I want to know who my kids are, or do I want to wake up one day eating Lucky Charms and they throw a horseshoe at me and say, we're moving to Indianapolis? What life do you want, my friend?
The head coach in the NFL does not have a life, and that's part of the bargain that they accept when they go in, when they accept their job. When they accept their job.
I have good friends and we talk about that all the time.
Okay, but do you remember the movie Airplane?
It's absolutely true.
Do you remember the movie Airplane?
I do.
Okay, do
You
remember?
speak jive?
Yeah, it slapped me with some butter, some grits, and some honey. Anyhow, there was a line when they're up there in the plane. Now, the folks at air traffic control down there on the ground are discussing the plight, which is about to be the plight of people on the airplane, which is about to crash.
Not
right?
the flight, but the plight.
Well, the flight of the plight, the plight of the flight.
Either way you like it.
The
It
plight of the
dices
flight.
up the same.
I'm talking about the plight of the flight, Joey. And so the line, what I remember was,
I'm with you.
and it's just like what happens to an NFL head coach, but the line was, they bought their tickets, they knew what they were getting into.
Oh, once again, Mickey, I hear a wonderful, wonderful analogy coming in here. A real theme.
Well, that was my analogy. So I'm saying, when you get the head coaching job in the NFL, you have basically said to your wife, honey, I'll be coaching for the next, well, let's see what my contract says, at least a few years. So keep me posted. If we have any new children, please tell me their names, and if you want any suggestions, send me a text, and I'll be glad to look something up. But I'm really not going to see you very much, and wish me luck. And
Can there be a mattress in every room so that when I fumble in and I can't see what I'm doing because I'm so tired from work, I can just fall down, sleep, and you wake me up? I don't know where Mike Munchak came from, and the name's a little funny, let's face it. But the head coach of the Tennessee Titans is learning in his second season what a lot of NFL coaches learn usually later on, but he's been thrown into the mix a little bit quicker. And what that is the cycle again that I talk about in the NFL. He inherited a team that was on a downhill slide.
oh yes,
And I wouldn't say a lot of it was Jeff Fisher's fault. Jeff Fisher had a very successful career for a couple of years, and you're right. He built up a very young team that moved from Houston and was migrated up to Nashville. And I think he did a good job of the transition. I think he's very good at drafting talent. But what happened to him is the same thing that happened with Andy Reid. He spent way too long with the same team. He got completely comfortable.
Yep.
The jokes were way too familiar. The techniques of how he taught the players were no longer being listened to for the veteran players because it was just all of the same. Jeff Fisher's got a new start in St. Louis. I don't have a whole lot more to say about the Tennessee Titans because I feel that they're a team that's lost their identity. And when I feel a team's lost their identity on the offense, the defense, or especially the team as a whole, you have nowhere to go. You have to have an identity. You have to do something very, very well and do everything else pretty good to compete in the NFL. If you want to be the best offensive team, someone like the Green Bay Packers have been in the past, or somebody like the Atlanta Falcons have really been last year, look where they got themselves. Seattle put themselves in a situation where they were the best on special teams. That's why they got as far as they did. See the track record here? The 49ers, the best defense really in the NFC last season. That's why they were contenders. The Tennessee Titans do not have that identity. They don't know who they are. We don't know who they are.
we don't know.
Who knows who they are?
Who
Do their
knows?
mothers know who they
All
are?
I know is there'll be a line on their games every week, so
So we'll have fun.
we can have fun.
We'll have fun.
Betting on them, betting against them, and betting that they'll stay in the middle of the pack. Face it, not every team's going to win the division. Not every team's going to lose the division and be, 3-13. So
Somebody's got to win. Somebody's got to
It
lose.
leaves a lot of room for teams like Tennessee.